Merck Resource Gratitude Conversation. Today we're talking about gratitude, thankfulness. We're talking about thankfulness and gratefulness. We want to stay mindful of the benefits of a mind of gratitude, the benefits of gratitude in our day to day life. But there's always interesting points that for us to consider and things that come across one's mind that you might have thought about or wondered about. And thankfulness is one such thing. In a recent conversation, was talking to a friend about gratitude, and she responded to me that I am always thankful. I'm thankful for everything in my life. I am thankful for everything that I do and everything that I receive, everything I receive. So she says, so when you say gratitude, sometimes I have, a problem understanding what is the difference. And I thought, good, that is something that I can discuss with the audience in our gratitude conversation because there is a difference between thankfulness and gratitude. Looking in the material from the Greater Good Center in California, they've done quite a bit. Dr. Utmans and others have done quite a bit of work on the study, the research of gratitude, what it is, and how it affects our lives. And gratitude as a psychosocial entity in our whole mindset, how we act, what we do, and how we express. So when I was thinking about what my friend said and looking up Thanksgiving and gratitude, I did run across some information that talked about what is thankfulness and what is gratitude when you're looking at it in that particular vein. Thankfulness is when you are conscious of the things that you have received. You take conscious action to be thankful for what you have received. You're reacting to it. And one article said, usually thankfulness is a knee jerk reaction, our auto response, a knee jerk reaction, our auto response. It happens in an instant and is associated with polite behavior to express your appreciation. So in Dr. Udman's article, it says that thankfulness is when you are conscious of the things that you have received. You take conscious action to be thankful for what it is that you have received. Usually, thankfulness is a knee jerk reaction to our auto response. It happens in an instant and is associated with polite behavior to express your thankfulness, your appreciation. So, when we're looking at thankfulness, the first thing that came to my mind when I read that statement was the politeness part of thankfulness. A part of a polite society is to say thank you for something that someone did for you, doing for you, have, whatever the experience. You want to show them your thankfulness. A lot of times we'll say, I want to show you my gratefulness for what you did. So either way, we interchange those. But going back to the conversation, when we're talking about thankfulness and gratefulness, the article went on to say, when it comes to gratefulness and how it differs from thankfulness, is that gratitude starts from the mind. Gratitude starts from the mind. That implies that gratitude is something that is within you, something that is within your psychic. It carries with it a belief to feel that appreciation. It carries with it a belief to feel that appreciation. When you are grateful for something, you don't need words or any physical sign to express your gratitude, but instead, it comes from within and is followed by your actions naturally. Think about that. Gratitude, as we have talked about it in these conversations, is a inward thing. It's a part of your psyche. You do not have to have immediate response to something that you are grateful for. Instead, it comes from within and is followed by your actions naturally. Gratitude. So, again, it shows that gratitude is such an important part of our life and the things that we do, how we live, how we express. The thing is, it's impossible to feel grateful without thankfulness. You see how the two go together? It is impossible to feel gratefulness without thankfulness. The two go hand in hand. Since thankfulness is more like an auto response with short lasting effects, the feeling of gratefulness only follows when we consciously do so. Therefore, gratefulness takes a lot of conscious work to have in our lives. Conscious work to have it in our lives. It is a continuous practice that will change our lives significantly. Significantly. When we practice gratitude, when we take when we do rather, the conscious work to have gratitude or to be aware of gratitude in our lives, to be aware of how to express it, to understand and recognize gratitude in our lives and its effect on our lives. How to be grateful and thankful. As you know by now, being thankful and expressing thanks are easy. It's easy to be thankful, to say thankful. It's a part of our polite society to be thankful for something or to give somebody the courtesy of a thank you. The challenge is to be grateful for every day, to be grateful for everything in your life. If you want to live an enriching and fulfilling life, as we've talked about in our gratitude conversations, you need to live a life with a grateful heart. Living a life with a grateful heart. The key here is to keep gratitude at the forefront of your life. We've talked about this in many conversations, and here at the Greater Good Center, Dr. Utmans point out he wants you to focus on gratitude at the forefront of your life. Focus your mind on how privileged you are. Because no matter what you have and going through, no matter what you have, no matter what you're going through, there are still a lot of things in your life to be grateful for. So, the point of gratitude, practicing gratitude, understanding gratitude is a part of the helping internal helping mechanism that you need to live your life effectively. Because we're going to always go through something. We have always experienced something. We've always had the ups, we've always had the downs. But when you practice gratitude and have gratitude in your life for everything, every situation, every experience, good or bad, when you stop and you think and you reflect and you continue to pour in to your mind and your consciousness the things that you are grateful for. When you get through expressing gratitude for all the things in your life that you're grateful for, you will have moved over that river of difficulty. You will have climbed that hill or that mountain. Because without gratitude in your life, without saturating your mind with things that you are grateful for, things that you have received or expressions that people have given you, and all the multitude of things to be grateful for, you could easily stumble. You can easily get into a situation of helplessness, hopelessness, not knowing which way to go, not knowing what to do. But if you continue to keep a mindset of gratitude, continue to fill yourself, when you focus your mind on the good things in your life, it becomes easier to express deep sense of appreciation towards other things when they're happening. So gratitude, regardless of which way we talk about it, thankfulness or not, or compare it, it is a very essential, essential part of our psycho, mental, spiritual life. In fact, Eleanor Murphy, Merck Resource, is saying that I don't think we can have a healthy life or life without gratitude, without recognizing and knowing that we have this muscle within ourselves, in our mind, my words now, the muscle within us to lift us. And what happens with that mind muscle when we're lifting ourselves, we are using one of the tools that we use is gratefulness. You know, gratefulness. We can have thankfulness. I'm thankful for what you've done. But when you want to go deeper and have that companion, that is having gratefulness and understanding how it differs from gratefulness. As we said for earlier, that gratitude starts in the mind. It carries with it belief to fulfill that appreciation. When you are grateful for something, you have a certain sense of appreciation. You don't need words, you don't need physical signs to express your gratitude, but instead it comes from within and it's followed by your actions naturally. So, slowing down a bit, gratitude is in every part of whatever discussion we may have. Today, when we talked about gratefulness and great, as we talked about being grateful, gratefulness, and thankfulness. And we quickly realized that thankfulness is a reaction to something that's happening or has happened to us, that we are being polite, in our polite society. When someone hands you something, hold your door, or do something polite to you, you say thank you. That's a part of a polite society. That's something that is requiring a response. But gratitude is a part of your mind. Gratitude is a part of your consciousness. Gratitude is a part of life and living. Gratitude is that thing that you can reach out to when you have nothing else or you feeling like you have nothing else. When I think of gratitude, I think of a sign that I saw at work at my job one time on a billboard. It says, when all hope is gone, when there is nothing left, and your rope, that lifeline that you are holding, is getting shorter and shorter and slipping through your hands, it says, stop, tie a knot, a strong knot, and hold on. That's what gratitude is for me, is holding on, tying the knot when things are not going the way I want them to go or the way I think they should go. And I'm feeling frustrated and just overwhelmed. Before I let that overtake me, I stop and start thinking about all the things that I'm grateful for. I think about my thinking. I think about my emotions. I think about the fact that I can get up and walk around. I think about the fact that I can breathe, that I can see, that I can hear, smell, taste. Boy, I would be in problems if I couldn't smell or taste because I love to eat. But that's what gratitude will do for you. Remind you of all the things. And guess what? You do it in small increments. Because sometimes when we sit and try to think of all the things that we're grateful for, it's like our mind get blocked. We might write one or two things, and then it's like a blockage. So don't let that happen to you. Whatever the situation is, if it's one thing or two, always be grateful. And we've talked before about some of the things that you can do to help you and strengthen your gratitude muscle. And one of the things that I like is the short journaling, where instead of sitting and trying to list everything that has happened to you today or for the week or whatever, just pick one or two things that you're most grateful for. It can be something as simple as seeing a rainbow in the sky. What did that mean? The fact that you noticed it, it took your attention. That could be something that you're grateful for. Because how often do we see a rainbow in the sky? We can put our own rainbows up there. Or it could just be a sunset or the sky. You know how sometimes, either in the morning or the evening, you can look up in your western sky and see the changes, those colors in the sky, that can trigger something within you. It could just be a multitude of things. Take that one thing and write a couple of lines about why you are thankful and grateful for it. Because the difference, when you are thankful, it's an instantaneous response to something that is happening now. It's a part of the polite society that you are responding to, that you're saying thank you. And that's important that we do that. But gratitude is a mindset. Gratitude is in you, it's your mind, it's a mental state of being. It carries you through all weathers, all types of storms and situations. So, practicing gratitude, practice gratitude in all your affairs, in your daily life. So, just as we say our daily bread, our daily prayers, make gratitude a practice of at least one or two things that we are most grateful for at in at the end of the day. For now, Eleanor Murky, Gratitude Conversation.